Hello everyone, how are you? So here I am again, this time with the Guardians of Essence. And if you are arriving to this place for the first time, I'm Anna and I'm making these videos with some guardians to prepare the Egypt trip that I will guide in end of April. So from the 28th of April until the 5th of May, I will be in Egypt with an amazing group and also amazing team to guide this returning home. So this is the huge invitation of this trip, and actually today I'm really happy because I'm living so much challenge in my life, and it's amazing to understand that any kind of challenge, it's always an opportunity to expand even more our strength and our power. And today these guardians are creating a magical match with everything that I'm also living. So yeah, so let's talk a little bit about them. So, I've been dedicating a lot of my life to study the soul dimension because through my path and also through the work that I do with my sessions and with some retreats and even some trips, I start to realize that some people really don't know that they have a soul dimension, or when we start to do our awakening and to discover parts of ourselves, we start to discover this soul, but it's like sometimes the geometry that we have from our ancestors doesn't match with the soul. So sometimes this can look as two different worlds or two different realities, where the way that I live or the things that I learn about life doesn't match with the information of my soul. So when this happened, sometimes people have a very 3D life based on fear, based on primary emotions, and it's like if we are more or less slaves of the reality. It's like if reality is like against us, but when we start to discover and to touch more the soul dimension, what happened, it's like if our central sun start to illuminate and the illusion starts to fade away. And it's like if we start to awake to a new reality, a reality based in our essence and what is really good or not for me. So these guardians are really connect with the Leo sign, and it's really amazing because they, at least for me, they appear as a kind of angelic energy. Very similar with the seraphims, because it's like angels made of fire. And basically for me, I perceive them as this kind of angel guardian that will always show some signs or guide us into the soul, into the essence. Okay, so maybe in the moments more challenge of your life, you experience things where a kind of miracle appeared, or maybe someone appeared in your life and you start to see things clear, or even through a therapy or a trip, even alone, it's like something really shift and change, and for even seconds you just realize who you really are from your essence. Okay, so I was sharing that sometimes what really block us to touch into the soul dimension and to bring this information to our body and to our reality. It's all the chaos and all the information that we have from our lineage, but this, it's not what is blocking you. Actually, to really put these two realities together, it's important to realize what is the learning from this geometry, because that's the reason that we have a specific family, that we had a specific environment in our childhood. And for example, in my case, I came from a very humble family, and I experienced some kind of conflicts because my family is like not so normal for society. But all of that creates for me a process of learning how to be different, how to perceive beauty in things that are not normal. And this also made me the person that I am today. And part of my work is to really recognize the potential of each person. So if I was not able to live this experience in my childhood, I was not able to really be who I am right now, right? So the story from the past, it's really important to build our individuality. Otherwise, we will be all light and love here in this planet, and we are already that in other realities. So in this planet, because the purpose is to recognize the essence of the divine in each single thing and in each single episode, we are experiencing the duality. So through duality, we have this huge invitation to return to one, or to recognize the one in this duality. So sometimes we also have these conditions from the way that society teaches, that is, we need to be the good ones. So we start to reject the bad things. And for example, if I'm sick, I need to take a medicine, but this medicine, sometimes it's the poison, but it's the poison that will really heal me. So when we start to learn that actually there's no good or wrong, there it's not such a difference. The only thing that exists, it's really polarities that work in a kind of tension that will generate a reality. We are able to release what we think that is bad. We stop to fight against that things that we believe that are bad. And when we release this illusion, we also take from our shoulders a heavy bag, okay? Because when you have a backpack, and I'm not sure if you already made any kind of pellegrination, I'm not sure how to say it in English, sorry. But I'm a big fan of El Camino, the St. James Path in Spain. When you are doing a sacred way, walking with a huge backpack, and you need to take it off, it's a kind of huge relief, no? So if a challenge in the past was something to help me to grow, and if I still carrying the waste of the pain, if I don't accept what happened to me, I actually stuck in the past, okay? So when I'm saying that one of the challenges is to really release the past and accepting the past, it's because it really opened this space for us to put all the learning and all the gifts back into the present. This is like your biggest gift. It's always behind the huge trauma or a huge process that you lived in this lifetime. And this trauma doesn't mean something really bad, okay? Sometimes it's something that really touch you. And because it touch you, you start to convert yourself in a master to really bring new visions or new solutions to that problem, okay? And sometimes this comes from a very natural way. Special people that have this natural capacity to be disattached from things, normally for them it's really easy to become the masters in different ways, more scientifical, more energetical, wherever, because they are able to really perceive the solution. But when we deny the learning, when we refuse to bring the power that we have to create realities back to ourselves, basically we keep giving this power and this vitality to others or even to situations from the past. So we start to live in the past and we are not able even to build a future or a new future, because part of our essence doesn't have the permission to really be here in the present moment. So what happened? We get stuck in the pain, we get stuck in the trauma, okay? And of course, there's a million things that we can do to balance the path from this reality with our soul. And this is also one of the learnings from these guardians, because they ask us to remind our light, okay? For me, I perceive these guardians as also the keepers of the portal to our essence. It's also with them that I do my soul readings for people, because they are always taking care of this portal that is our upper heart. And through this gland, we can connect again with our essence. So basically, when we are able to live through our essence, what happened? It's like we have a huge expansion of our heart. We start to remember where we came from, and we start to remember how we can live this life without suffering. We start to remember the biggest purpose of being here. We start to remember why we are here. So it's like if we achieve this place, the place that I call home, because we realize that we don't need to fight for anything. We just need to be. And I'm not sure if this already happened to you. It's been happening with me a lot. I start to feel like a huge tiredness, because I didn't realize that I was trying to be something that I'm not. So I was tired to have people asking me to do things that doesn't make sense for me at all. I was tired to try to make advertisement or pictures or even material that doesn't make any sense for me, because nowadays everything is available. I'm not here to teach. I'm here just to be with people and to share with people. And if this sharing creates any kind of inspiration, great, because this means that our lights are like creating more and more light, more and more expansion, more and more beauty, you know? So returning home, it's also returning to this place where the fight stops, because we don't need to try anything. We are just concerned about being. So it's arriving to a place where our essence, it's enough. And with that, there's a huge peace around us, because we start to understand things. We start to live with more completude. And it's really amazing. So basically these guardians invite us to embrace that light inside of our heart. And I think one of the questions they make, it's perceive if you really feel safe to open space, to have your heart guiding your life, or if the wounds of betrayal, of abandonance, of something that was not fair are still keeping you a prisoner. Some words for me are difficult. From that pain. Okay, so for me it's funny because one of the things that arrive with them, it's this card. It's from Oracle that I created in 2019, and this message I will try to translate, because this card it's from the one in Portuguese. It says, your life is too precious. Please don't have afraid to open yourself to your purpose. We are here to support you, so trust. And with this message, I really realized that sometimes it's hard to really expose our heart to life, no? But it's just hard when we really are trapped in the pain, because sometimes the fear of living that pain again, it's bigger than the will or the fate to live a totally different and new story. Okay, so there's a lot of people that talk about a new era, a new lifetime, but we are just able to live something new when we have the boldness to really step into something that is different, to really leave our routine to a different place and start to do things that are not so normal for us. Sometimes even to do things that are very uncomfortable for us. And this, it's something that I really try to do at least 2 times per month, because I just realized that special, it's like if I have like some discomfort to try things that are different and where I have some exposition. So I start to realize that every time that I put myself in that situation, things are getting more light, and because I'm learning and because it's like going to the gym, I'm more and more strong. Life starts to open, new opportunities open, and a new world it's now starting to appear in my life. So this is a huge invitation to perceive if it's fear, pain, or the past that it's still commanding your life, or if you are already allowing yourself to collaborate with these guardians and really open your heart to the amazing life that your soul wants to live in this lifetime. And remember, life is too short, so maybe it's time to say yes to the soul and do the soul path. And also, just a little reminder before I end it. This Egypt trip will happen at the end of April, as I was sharing in the beginning of the video. And if you feel the call, this is really the last call, because I will finish the bookings this Saturday. So if you feel the call, I will leave also the link, and you could be still part of this trip. So maybe I see you in Egypt, or maybe I keep seeing you here. Bye bye.